I won't lie to you, to address this problem, it's really big and we've left it a really long time, and it's going to take nothing less than warlike levels of mobilization and money. I saw a report the other day, it said climate change would take about $700 billion a year to address right now.
Globally?
Globally. Which, I read that and I was like, wow, that's really cheap.
That was my reaction when you
That's
said that.
really
Like,
cheap.
I thought we were spending $100 billion on our wars in the height of like 2005.
Yeah, I mean, and plenty of people would have the complete opposite reaction, which is there's no money for that and we're supposed to be cutting spending and all that kind of stuff.
Is there any way to ensure that those people die first?
But then you have countries like India and China that say, well, to the industrialized world that's now talking about this, that you guys made this mess
Sure.
by subjugating us.
We want what you have.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
very, very difficult ethical
Why do we
questions
have
come with
to-
this.
It's not even really India and China. I mean, it's Africa. Like, they're like, well, what are you going to do with us? Like, you're telling us that we can't even, like, get the mopeds that they have in India? Like, we've got a lot of people here trying to get from point A to point B here.
Yeah,
But
it's,
the
it's
rapidly
rough.
industrializing countries of the world that are looking at this and saying, you're telling us we can't catch up with you now.
Right, that's what pulls people up into a new economic sector.
Yeah, so basically there's a whole world of people aspiring to a Western style of life, and they're starting to achieve it. China's got a growing middle class, which is really scary in terms of pollution and climate change. I think they put a new coal plant online every 5 days in China right now. And you're right, India is another one, all the BRIC countries, Brazil is a big one, South Africa, all of those. And you're right, there's really difficult ethical questions where we did our thing for a long time and we didn't realize that we were causing a lot of damage, and now we do, and we have to be the parent who says, do what I say, not what I do. And they're not going to like that very much. And the only way that, I mean, we can talk about how to get them on board. I don't have the answers for all that yet, but there's probably, I mean, the people that I read in these books think there's probably going to have to be some kind of cash transfer, and we're going to have to help them
You're going to
out.
have to pay them.
We're going to have to pay them.
Or just, I mean, people in the Chinese government is getting a lot of pressure to change its environmental policy because you can't go
Yes.
outside in some of these cities.
Yeah, so China comes up a lot actually in these talks because people are like, well, we could do whatever we want, but China's still going to fuck us or whatever.
Can I
Please.
and I assume you're going to edit this.
I'm going to edit it all.
I'm going to hope you're going to edit this, but in the interest
Some inspiring music.
Well, in that case, can I have some wine, please?
You certainly, man.
in the interest of full disclosure,
Go for it. You're secretly working for the Chinese government.
no.
What?
At
Go
one
ahead, Philip.
No,
point,
it's
at one point in the not so distant past, I had a very famous episode of crying on a date.
To be fair, I was about 45 minutes late.
Wait, where's this going?
Wait for it.
Well, I was
There's a lot to do with
pregnant.
climate
I was
change.
pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant, and
Okay.
that's a story for another time. But I didn't know yet that I was
Talk about
pregnant.
exponential growth.
I didn't know yet that I was pregnant. But I
Be here all night.
But it was during the Olympics in Beijing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what set me off, but I had read something about some sort of environmental law case in China and how it was just all so fucked.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's no point in any of this. Why do we even bother? Those people fucking suck. And they're just going to ruin everything. They're going to ruin everything. First they're going to ruin themselves, then they're going to ruin the rest of us.
Well, so and I started talking about.
And I just started to cry, and it was
So
one
about-
of many famous episodes of me crying during our courtship, but we're married, so.
But when I started
Crying
talking
is
about, I actually
What does
taught
that
an
say about
environmental law
me?
class